Wordatro. It's like Balatro, but not. Playing Wordatro made me feel like one of the unluckiest people in the whole world. I feel like I routinely drew 4 eyes or something like that and was unable to make a useful word that got me lots of points. It starts out like a relaxing classic word game, but the roguelite elements really screwed me over, and I don't think I really got a handle on this game. I tried to think strategically about letter management and future bonuses, but it didn't really seem to help much, and I always came up short. That being said, every big scoring word does feel like a small victory. Wordatro is an indie game strategy game according to Google, but as I just mentioned in the previous sentence, it's primarily a roguelite. It was developed by La Poule, and if that image looks familiar, it's because it's the same one that gets cut off during that little intro cutscene. That is not the video clip being cropped weirdly, that's just literally what it looks like. It was published by Abiding Bridge. There is no narrative or story in this game, it's just an abstract word puzzle. There's nothing to save, just high scores to chase. As such, this game is not trying to target people who like a good story. It's purely mechanical and strategic. It's designed for people who enjoy word puzzles, card games, and roguelites. Yo, if I get top 20 on the leaderboards for this game, you gotta subscribe. Yo, let's go! Here are the menu settings. The interface is pretty clean and intuitive. It supports mouse-only and keyboard-only input. The gameplay is turn-based, so you don't have to worry about playing against a timer. Wordatro is playable on Microsoft Windows via Steam. And that's it. If you want to play it on Mac, Switch, or mobile, too bad. There is no cross-saving or cross-play available since this game is confined to a single platform, but even though the game is fundamentally a single-player experience, there is a global leaderboard for the daily challenge. For the graphics, the visual style of this game is clean and simple. It uses a minimalist, colorful aesthetic that is player-friendly, avoids clutter, and puts the focus entirely on the letters and the score. It kinda reminds me a little of Bookworm. Soundtrack is soft and relaxing, and while the sound effects are minimal, they are also satisfying. You get really nice clicks and bleeps depending on what you're doing and how much you're scoring. Wordatro does not have expensive system requirements. In fact, the requirements are laughably low. I could probably run this game on a calculator. So how does the game flow? Well, the game is a run-based roguelike. The general game loop is, you start a run. This starts you out with a random pool of letters, which is effectively your deck. You've got level progression. In a normal game, there are 10 levels or rounds. Each run is a sequence of 10 of these levels. In each level, you form words. You use the letters in your hand to form a word. Longer, rarer words score higher points. Your goal is to hit the score target. Each level has a specific target score you need to hit in order to complete it. The catch is that you have a limited number of turns. If you run out before you hit the target score, you lose. If you do hit the score target, you successfully clear the level and are presented with a choice of 3 random upgrades or bonuses. This is where the roguelike element comes in, as these are different from run to run. The upgrades are permanent for the rest of the run too, so they completely modify the rules or scoring, and you just repeat this loop over and over with a higher score target for each level. If you complete all 10 levels, you win. So what is there to actually do in Wordatro? Well, the meat of this game is the strategic synergy between the letter pool and the randomly chosen bonuses. You start with a limited random rack of letters. Each letter has a Scrabble-like point value and molt value, similar to Balatro as well. The roguelike elements, the upgrades and bonuses after each level, boost the value of specific letters or add multipliers for certain conditions. They can also bend the rules for certain combos, like getting points for re-rolling letters. That leads us right into reroll. This is a key strategic action you have the ability to perform. You have a limited number of rerolls per level to swap out your current letters for a new random set. There are difficulty settings. If the game feels too easy or too hard, you can make it harder or easier. This changes the amount of starting turns and rerolls and the amount you get in between each level. Pro seems really crazy. I tried to get a little help from the internet on this one. I don't know what these words are, and I still lost. For enemy variety, well, there are no enemies in this game. The only thing that impedes your progress is the increasing target score and the limited number of tries and rerolls you have to reach it. The difficulty is the game's inherent strategic challenge, creating an optimal high-scoring word with the random hand you're dealt. That is, of course, if you ever get out of the random hell of having several of the same letter, or no vowels, or all vowels, or something like that. There's no cosmetics or pay-to-win in this game. The only thing that comes close is that when you get bonus tiles, they turn a different color, and that's kind of fun. I like having a lot of colors on my rack. For the cool things, I do like the concept here. This game blends classic word game mechanics with roguelike bonuses, and it's pretty nice. If you like the strategy of coming up with words based on a limited set of tiles, this game also has some pretty high replayability since everything is always random. There's also a daily challenge to give you more longevity. For the not cool, this game does have a steep score ramp. The difficulty can spike really quickly as the target score increases. Sometimes this feels a little unfair, particularly if your tiles or your bonus selection don't really match your vibe. Also, there's no Mac or console version yet, and a lot of players do use those types of things for some reason. PC Master Race. Overall, Wordatro is not a monster-slaying story game, it's just a genius fusion of Scrabble and a roguelite. You spell words to hit a score target and pick game-breaking upgrades that totally change how you score. No two runs are the same thanks to all the randomness and all the bonuses that you can get. Additionally, the low cost and spec requirement means that the barrier to entry for this game is insanely low. For me personally, I kind of got bored of this game pretty quickly, unfortunately. Even though I do like the strategy involved here, I just didn't like losing and I wanted to go play something else. On our patented 0 to 1 scale, I give this game a 0.59 out of 1. This is a game that kind of is fun sometimes, at least for some people maybe, but for me, it just wasn't my jive. If you like this no bullshit review video, please like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to hit 10K by the end of the year, and we really appreciate your support. Thank you, good night, and remember, don't carry change around in your wallet. It'll just ruin your wallet. Put it in a coin jar at home, or just make sure to tip better. Okay, bye.